Hi everyone and welcome to your music lesson. So today we're going to be doing a mixture of things. We're going to be doing a warm-up that involves using our voice. We're going to be doing some actions with it as well. We're also going to look at music vocabulary that we've been learning in music so far. And we're also going to do a little activity looking at rhythm. Okay, so to start off with, we're going to do a warm-up. At any point in this video, you can pause it, you can have a practice, and you can play the video and join back in, okay? And at moments in the video, I might point to myself, which means that I'm going to do it. And then when I point to you guys, that's when you can join in, okay? So to start off with, I'm going to sing the song first, just to show you it all. And then we're going to break the song up into sections and we're going to learn it. And then we're going to add some actions as well. Okay, so it's quite a short song, so don't worry. Are we ready? This is what it goes like. My hat, it has three corners. Three corners has my hat. And had it not three corners, it would not be my hat. Okay, so it's quite a short song. So let's go through that first line together. So I'll sing the first line and then you will sing it back to me. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. My hat, it has three corners. Three corners has my hat. And had it not three corners, it would not be my hat. Good, well done. If you want to pause the video at any point there and go back and learn it again, or just pause it and go over the song, that's absolutely fine. So now we're going to sing it all together and we're going to start adding some actions in. So every time that we sing hat, we're going to do this. Okay, are we ready? I will count us in. 1, 2, 3, 4. My hat, it has three corners. Three corners has my hat. And had it not three corners, it would not be my hat. Okay, well done. We're going to add another action in now. Every time that we sing 3, we're going to hold our 3 fingers up. Okay, so we've got hat and we've got 3. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. My hat, it has three corners. Three corners has my hat. And had it not three corners, it would not be my hat. Well done. We're going to add another action now. Every time that we sing corners, we're going to point to our elbow. So we've got hat, we've got 3, and we've got corners. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. My hat, it has 3 corners. 3 corners has my hat. And had it not 3 corners, it would not be my hat. Well done. So it's getting a little bit trickier now, but don't worry. Keep practicing. If you need to pause the video, that's fine. We're going to add the last action now, which is when we sing the lines had not and would not, we're going to shake our finger like this. So we've got hat, 3 corners, would not, and had it not. Okay, are we ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. My hat, it had 3 corners. 3 corners has my hat. And had it not 3 corners, it would not be my hat. Super, well done. I think we could have a go now at doing all of the song together with all of the actions and speed it up a little bit. Okay, let's have a go. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. My hat, it has 3 corners. 3 corners has my hat. And had it not three corners, it would not be my hat. Good, let's speed it up even more now. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. My hat, it has three corners has my hat. And had it not three corners, it would not be my hat. Super, well done. Okay, so now we're all warmed up, we're going to look very quickly at the music vocabulary that we've been learning in music so far. Okay, so the first word that we're going to look at, and if you can remember any of these, say it out loud, and we will just run through a few. So we're going to start off with dynamics. Can we remember what that word means? What does dynamics mean if we're talking in terms of music? If I give you an example, I might say, dynamics! Dynamics. What have I done with my voice there? I've changed the volume. Well done. So dynamics is all about the volume. So I might play an instrument and I might play it really soft and really lightly so that it sounds really nice and quiet. For example, on my ukulele, it might sound like this if I was wanting it to be quiet. Okay, but I could also change the dynamics now to make it really loud. Okay. Okay, so could we see then that I was playing exactly the same tune, using exactly the same chords, but I changed the dynamics then to make it either very loud or very quiet. Well done. Okay, so the next word we're going to look at is pitch. What is pitch? Say it out loud if you can remember. So pitch is all about the low and the high notes. And depending on what instrument you're playing, it might sound differently. So for example, I've just got the glockenspiel here next to me. And if I want to play a high note, I would have to play at one end of my glockenspiel. So at the top end of my glockenspiel, I've got my high notes, which would make a high pitch. So have a listen to this. This is a high pitch. Okay, and now if I wanted to play a low note to create a low pitch, I would go to the opposite end of my glockenspiel and it would sound like this. Okay, so can you see that the two sounds sound very different? We've got a high pitch and a low pitch. Have a listen now and see if you can say out loud whether this is a high pitch or a low pitch. Have a listen. Did you guess it right? Well done, it is a low pitch. What about this one? Well done, it is a high pitch, okay? And you could have different instruments that play different types of pitches. So it might be a piano, it could be a ukulele, it could be a guitar, and you can change the pitch to create different sounds. Well done. Okay, next we're going to look at pulse. Can we remember what pulse was? And in music, I often referred to this. What is this? It is your heartbeat, okay? And your heartbeat is constantly beating. And that's very similar, well, it's exactly the same as pulse in music. It is always there, it never ever stops. And that's the part that helps you stay in time. And you can count the pulse to stay in time. So it might be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It could be quicker and it could be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And you might sometimes find when you're listening to a really good song that you like, that you start tapping your foot and you're playing in time with the music. And that's the pulse that you're tapping your foot to. So well done. So the pulse is the beat all the way through the song, like a heartbeat, and it never stops. So let's look at rhythm now. What is rhythm? So it's very similar to the beat, but what is rhythm all about? So rhythm is all about the short and the long sounds that we hear in a song. So for example, if I was to play a song on the ukulele, the pulse throughout the song would be the beat all the way through, and I'll just show you and count the beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the rhythm there was the actual chords that I was playing. It was those sounds, those quite short sounds that I was playing that created that rhythm. And what I was counting them, when I was counting 1, 2, 3, 4, that was the pulse. And that's what kept me in time to make that sound. Okay, well done. So the next one that we're going to look at is tempo. What is tempo? And I'll give you a little clue, if you can see me properly. I'm doing this really slowly, but I might do this. What have I changed there? I've changed the speed. Well done. So tempo is all about the speed of a song. So you might have a really slow song, or you might have a really upbeat, fast song. Okay. And we spoke about this in music before, and we said that the tempo of a song and the pitch of a song and the dynamics, the volume, all those things come together, and that is why you like certain types of music. Okay, so for example, with tempo, you might like really slow, soft songs, and you might be the complete opposite. You might like very heavy music, like rock music that's quite fast. It's got lots of instruments in, it's really loud. Okay, well done. So the last one we're going to look at is texture. And can you remember in music, I said it's like building a sandwich is texture, but instead of the filling, we change that with what? Instead of a sandwich filling, it's the different layers of instruments. Well done. And this again makes you choose certain types of music that you like and don't like. So for example, a soft, slow song might just have the piano in, or it might have the guitar. But songs that have got more texture would have more instruments start coming into the song. So it might start off with the piano, but then the guitar might come in, and then the drums might come in on top of that, and more instruments then start layering on top of the music. Okay, and that's what makes music more interesting, and it also changes with our opinion, whether we like the song or not. Brilliant, well done. So we're going to focus on rhythm now. So can you remember what rhythm was? What did we say that rhythm was? Did you get it? So rhythm is those short and those long sounds that we create. And we can create those sounds with instruments, but we don't have instruments today, so we can just use our hands and we can clap the rhythm. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to create a rhythm and you're going to copy it. Okay, and this is what we call and response. I'm going to do something and you're going to respond back. So first of all, we'll just start doing rhythm together so we can start getting used to the different types of rhythms that we can make. And then we'll have a go at call and responding. Are we ready? So I'm going to do this. Good, and we will stop there. So did you see that I was changing the length? I was doing maybe longer beats together, or I was changing the length. So I was doing quite short sounds where it was just a clap like this, or I was doing long sounds, or I was doing quite short sounds. They were long sounds, they were quite short sounds, and we had to do them a little bit quicker because they were short. Okay, well done. Okay, so the call and response part now, I'm going to sing it first and then we'll start bringing in the clapping so that we know what we're saying first. So call and response is where I say something and I'm going to say, what's for dinner, mum? So I'm going to go, what's for dinner, mum? You say, what's for dinner, mum? I say, what's for dinner, mum? And then your response is rice and peas. Okay, so let's just sing this first. So I will say, what's for dinner, mum? What's for dinner, mum? Okay, well done. If we start thinking about the rhythm now, bringing in our clapping, so we're breaking that song up now into those syllables. So what's for dinner, mum would sound like this. What's for dinner, mum? Okay, so I do it, you do it, and then that last part that you will say, the rice and peas, it's longer sounds because it's rice and peas. Okay, let's have a go. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. What's for dinner, mum? What's for dinner, mum? Okay, I hope you managed to do it then, saying it and clapping it and using those short and those long sounds. Well done. Okay, so now we're going to have a go, but we're going to change that last line. It's not going to be rice and peas now, it's going to be chicken and chips. So just have a little go now. How do you think that's going to sound with our clapping? What short and long sounds are we going to need to use? Okay, so chicken and chips would sound like this. Chicken and chips, chicken and chips, chicken and chips. Okay, so we've got 4 syllables there, so 4 claps. Chicken is quite a short sound. Chicken and chips. Okay, well done. Are we ready? So I say first and you respond. Are we ready? What's for dinner, mum? What's for dinner, mum? Did you manage to do it? Well done. Pause the video if you want to have a practice. Okay, so the last part now, you're going to make up yourself. So that last line isn't going to say chicken and chips. It could be something that you had for tea last night or this week, or you could just completely make it up, okay? So if I was to do mine would go like this, and I'll just do all of it just to show you. So what's for dinner, mum? What's for dinner, mum? What's for dinner, mum? Stir fry. Okay, so that's what mine would sound like. So let's do it now, and I want you to change that last line and either make it up or say something that you have had for tea this week or last night. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. What's for dinner, mum? What's for dinner, mum? Well done. Okay, so your task now, you are going to write your own rhythm with your own words and your own claps to go with it. So you're making your rhythm up now yourself. So for example, I've made one up and mine would go like this. I like fish and chips. I like fish and chips. I like fish and chips, but not mushy peas. Okay, so that's mine that I just quickly made up, but I think you could probably make something up a little bit better than mine, and you might not have the same lines repeating. Okay, your lines might be a little bit different. So that is your little task to do now. You can go and get some paper and write it down and have a practice. Okay, so I hope you all enjoyed that, creating your own rhythms. Can we just go back to what a rhythm is? What does rhythm mean? Can we remember? It's the short and long sounds that we play and that we hear in music. So when you're next in the car or you're listening to the radio in the car or at home, see if you can tap along with your foot to the pulse, see if you can count the pulse. And then if you can listen to the song and start picking out the rhythm, can you hear the rhythm? Can you think about those instruments that are played to create that rhythm, those short and those long sounds? Have a little listen next time you're listening to any type of music. Okay, well done. So we're going to stop there for today. That's your music lesson. So we did a really good warm up at the beginning and we thought about our voice, our singing. We were thinking about those actions that we had to do. So we had to remember quite a lot. And we were doing more than one thing at one time. And we call that coordination. So when we're playing instruments, we have to do more than one thing at once. And you've probably noticed this when we do ukuleles. You've got to look up and look at the notes that you're playing. You've got to look down as well to make sure that your fingers are going in the right place. You've got to do something with your fingers because they've got to go on the strings, and your hands got to do the strumming, and your mouth's got to do the singing. So that's lots and lots of things that you have to do all at once, and that is coordination. So coordinating all those different things that are going on so that you can play the ukulele properly. So well done. And then we've also looked at the music vocabulary that we do in our music lessons, and then we focused on rhythm and we made our own rhythm up. So well done, everybody that joined in today, and I will see you next week for our next music lesson. Bye.